Hey, everybody, it's me, Jake, from Jakin.Off. Thanks for tuning in to another episode. This week, I'm joined by a very special guest, a very brave, courageous boy. Give it up for Dayton Bissett, everybody. Let him hear it. Give it up for Dayton. You can follow Dayton at Dayton Bissett. We'll have a link in the descriptions of this podcast. Make sure you check him out for all his stand-up.
Don't unfollow me for the ratio.
Yeah,
that
don't
pisses
unfollow
me
him.
off.
It really fucking bugs him.
What am I not?
Yeah, what's your fucking problem?
Why-
Quit unfollowing Dayton and stay followed. Be true. Be true.
The ratio don't matter.
Yeah. And while you're at it, go ahead and follow this podcast too.
And don't unfollow.
At J.O.Pod. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. Come on, hit that bell. Ring
Hit
that
that
bell.
bell.
Ring a ding ding.
Taco
We're trying
bell.
to get to 1,000 subscribers so we can get
What are you
monetized
at?
and then demonetized immediately.
What are you at?
We're at 124.
That's not bad.
No, dude, that's a tenth of the way there.
Yeah.
Over a tenth of the way.
It's like an eighth of the way there, actually.
Wow.
Whoa.
One off from an
Yeah,
eighth of the way
dude.
there.
We're 3.5 grams there. Dude.
You're an 8-ball away.
Yeah. This episode, though, Dayton, we were happy to have you. We talked about some goofballs in the news. We talked about the biggest goofball in the news. It's Jeffery Epstein.
Oh yeah, I'll come on this, and it's always a genuine goofball. So when you said goofball, I was like, yeah, it's gonna be some goofy.
Yeah.
And then you were like, Epstein,
Yeah.
So you had
was
fun,
like
is what you're
Epstein.
saying.
and I was like,
Yeah.
no, don't bring me back to
Some
Epstein's
familiar
Island.
territory.
Yeah. You didn't want to remember.
Yeah.
Dayton didn't want to remember, but it turns out you can't forget what
Never
you
forget.
don't want to remember. So anyways, thanks for tuning in to another episode. Follow us, links in the description, and have a good time. Have a good listen to the episode. Okay, yeah, so Dayton, we got one of the things that you maybe have missed is that we got a sponsorship offer.
By
dude.
Magic Mind?
Yes.
Actually?
Yeah. No, for real. They sent us 15 free samples too.
Why?
And we're not taking it at all. There's no way that we would ever. They clearly have never listened to this podcast a day in their lives to think that we would take their dirty Magic Mind money.
Is
dude.
Magic Mind bad?
I mean, you want to taste it and decide for yourself, dude?
It's the last
How about you take a
one.
little sip, dude, and
I
to
will.
decide for yourself? Yeah, Brett, get Dayton the Magic
It's not
Mind.
like a drug. It's not.
Oh, it's not? Are
Wait,
you sure,
is it gonna
dude?
make me like?
I'll let you read the label and decide for yourself what it is, Dayton.
Okay.
It's a product. I will say it's a product that you drink that has the word magic in the name.
Yeah.
It has the word magic in the name, and it promises to provide you with something called a calm energy, dude.
I've
So,
done one of these.
Yeah.
Hey, I've had this.
Whose bathtub did yours come out
Sharper
of, dude?
mind, lower stress, calm. This sounds great. I'll take them as a sponsor. I like Magic Mind. Magic
Yeah.
Mind rules.
No, dude, not here. Go ahead and shake it up, dude. Did you shake it?
I already shook
Okay,
it. Yeah,
he
yeah,
already
yeah.
shook
I did
it.
you
By
a
the way, you
favor.
have a really good like radio. Did you hear that? When it hits my, hits my brain in a.
Dayton,
Yeah, I got a
stop,
voice for
dude.
Sexy
TV.
way.
You know what I mean?
Dayton, stop.
It's nice. I got it.
Stop
Like when you were
trying to
talking about
flatter
the.
Brett. Stop trying to court Magic Mind.
Well, when you were
Just drink it and tell me how nasty it is.
when you were talking about the weed, I was like, I couldn't even focus on what you're saying. I was like, God, this is a good voice right there.
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
See? Whoa.
You got to take it all in one shot, dude. Down it.
God.
Getting a little
It's
zoink
pretty
there.
nasty, dude.
Yeah, give us some.
Wasn't
give us
that
some
gross?
descriptors. How are you
Yeah.
feeling?
It's gross, but it's just like a shot.
Why don't you read the label on there, dude? Tell us what the label says.
Says stuff. So, I can't read cursive. Sharper mind, lower stress, calm energy.
Okay, what
Yeah.
about the ingredients?
Yeah,
list? I
go
think
back
that has to
there,
be
dude.
printed
Tell us what's
legibly.
on there.
There's a bunch of vitamins. 1 gram of fat. total carbohydrate, total sugars, 3 gram. I don't know. Is there something? I don't
Go
know
to
how
the
to
bo-
read
I don't
that.
know,
I
dude.
eat only Popeyes.
Look,
like,
let
is
me-
this?
Dude, so one thing that it says down here is it's a patented blend. The main ingredient is just matcha green tea. Agave, everything has like an asterisk by it. And then over here it says all these statements that it makes. It's got lion's mane, bacopa, and something called cognizine for mental performance. Feel less stress, for calm energy, for vitality. Like these are, how could you possibly say that these things can do that? And of course they can't, because at the bottom it says these statements have not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Oh God.
Yeah, dude, you just drank
Well-
something that says that on there.
That's
So-
okay. I've done much. I mean,
Yeah, dude. The whole situation though was they emailed us. We were like, I was ignoring the emails just because I'm like not interested, you know. And then she mentioned free samples, and I was like, well, I'll take some free samples.
you don't want money from them?
No, I don't think that that's necessarily like the.
I think they want to use the podcast as an advertising space, like for us to like dedicate some time to like doing a Magic Mind, like all these calming effects not approved by the Food and Drug Administration.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. Well, I also don't think that, you know, you got to take the first pitch kind of thing, and then also I just feel like for this podcast, the idea of like hinging any money that it can make off of like a company that I
Yeah.
don't really have any relationship with, and they definitely don't share my same values.
You're not a sellout. That's great. I'd be like, whoa, a sponsor?
Well,
Yes,
I don't
please,
think that
money.
it's like necessarily that. I think it's like a little less noble than that. It's just
Yeah.
that like I know that I've already said things on this podcast
Oh yeah.
that like if anybody was paying attention, they'd be like, "Hey, Magic Mind, like you can't," you know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I feel like it's more of a selfish like point of view where it's like, I don't want to have to deal with that, dude.
That's
You know
fair.
what I mean? Like I would rather.
Rake in as much money as you can then until that happens.
Well, I think that my idea for this podcast would be more of like a Patreon funded type
yeah,
of deal.
I like that.
I'm not looking to break the bank, you know what I mean? Like I would love just enough money to go to like a pickup artist boot camp
Yeah,
or
there
something
you go,
like
there
that,
you
you
go.
know?
What if
There
we
you
did, Jake, I've been thinking about this, and this is going to be an interesting response. I've been thinking about maybe doing a Jakin.Off live stream episode,
Yeah, I think that would be cool. I'd be totally
That
down to
would
do
be
that.
cool.
because we could monetize and get people to chip in for that trip to maybe
Dude,
mystery
maybe
boot camp.
Yeah, maybe mystery boot camp.
Maybe a certain baseball game coming up.
Yeah, I'd love to see Jordan Peterson again. I'd love to take a trip to see Jordan Peterson again. We are trying to figure out how to go to. We are trying to figure out how to go to the AJ and Big Justice night at Yankee Stadium.
Wild.
AKA Rizzler night.
Yeah, AKA Rizzler night, or as I'm calling it, Rizzler night. We a long time ago talked to Jeff Nelson on this podcast about
Yeah.
AJ and Big
Jeff.
Justice and the Rizzler. There'll be a link to that episode up here. But yeah, dude, maybe we'll do a live stream fundraiser to go so that we can go to New York City and go to AJ and Big Justice night
Yeah.
at Yankee Stadium.
Come to New York.
Yeah, I'm gonna
And-
go there and I'm gonna do the Riz face, and I'm gonna boo Big Justice and AJ, specifically AJ, dude.
You mean you're gonna go boo 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 boo?
No,
5 big booms.
no, five
Five
big
big
boos.
Boo. There you go.
Boo,
For your
boo.
dead brother, you seen that? I'm sorry your brother died. Here's 5 big
Oh
booms.
yeah, dude. Yes, no, I know what you're talking about now. Right. Yeah, those guys are goofballs, man. But that's kind of what we talk about a lot on this podcast these days. It's just some
The
goofballs.
Rizzler.
And I figured who better than one of my favorite goofballs to come on and talk about some goofballs
I like goofball.
with us. Yeah, dude. Who's can you think of any goofballs that have been in the news lately?
Goofballs that
Yeah,
have been in the news.
Goofballs that have been in the
I don't
news.
really pay
dude.
attention to the news. I am on like Instagram reels and stuff.
Yeah.
But these are all just like
Yeah.
I don't. You like the music people. Every time I find a new music person
Yeah.
that I'm like, oh yeah, you're already following
Oh,
them.
dude,
They could have 300 followers,
So,
and you're one of them.
my
always.
my secret is and if you want to tune your algorithm into what you like, this is the best way to do it. I've found is you save the videos. Don't
Okay.
like them. Follow the person if you really are like, I have to see everything that they make. There are some people that I have like that. But if you save their videos, the videos that you like when they come up, it's like the algorithm views it as like, oh, they're going to come back and watch these later because I
Yeah.
am.
Yeah.
Because I am going to do that. You know what I mean? Or they're going to send it to them, or they're amassing it for some podcast of sorts.
Have you? I don't know. I did want to ask you. Have you been in tune with the greaser culture on Instagram?
No.
Whoa,
No, I
what?
didn't know about that.
Greaser culture?
What is
Yeah,
this?
it's
Explain.
greasers. They're just
Oh,
like
they're just being
outsiders.
like. I think
Shout
I
out Tom
maybe have
Cruise.
seen like one.
Yeah,
Shout out Scott Baio?
Yeah, I think that I have seen one. I think that they say "Stay Golden" instead of "Shout Out," but I might be wrong.
Yeah, you're right.
Pony Boy.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I've
but
read.
Stay golden, Pony Boy.
yeah,
Stay golden, Tom Cruise.
"Stay Golden" Scott Bale. I think I have seen one video of a guy being like, it must have been like somebody like yelling like, "Hey, fuck you, you fucking piece of shit."
Yeah.
And it's like the text was just like how people treat you when you're a greaser.
Yeah,
And he's
yeah,
just
yeah,
combing
it
his
sounds
hair
like-
really fast.
Yeah, leather
Yeah.
jacket. And,
Yeah.
The dude got married. The main one. I've
The
been
main
seeing.
one.
He got.
Greaser?
Yeah.
John Travolta?
No, this Instagram guy.
I think Scott Baio.
And he got married. He has like, cause his wife or girlfriend's in it now, and it's like, my husband. When your husband's a greaser.
Yeah.
And then she's like, and then she goes out, and he's like under his car.
Just standing on top of a giant base.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. All right. So those guys have been in the news lately.
Not that I don't pay no attention to the news.
Yeah,
Makes
all those greasers running amok.
Well, dude, honestly, I wish maybe I would have asked you about this a few days ago because maybe we could have talked about them the whole time.
Yeah.
But I prepared something different.
All right. What
It's
is
a little
this?
bit different. These guys are, it's a little bit different. It's a little bit different. We're going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein today. We're going to talk about Jeffrey Epstein.
Who's that?
He's a goofball that's been in the news.
He didn't do anything wrong. they
Well,
said.
yeah, dude. Dayton, I know that you feel that way. Dayton famously worked on Epstein's Island.
I was there.
Yeah, Dayton was a boy on Epstein's Island.
No one wanted.
He was one of the boys.
Got passed around and they
Yeah.
were like, next.
Yeah.
Next.
Spent
Yeah.
a lot of time with Ellen.
Yep, Dayton. Oh, that's so
She was just practicing her tight five.
Yeah. Really mean.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say something and we might decide to cut this out, but I think it's so funny the idea of Ellen DeGeneres going to Epstein Island to
No, Dory. No.
I'm
Ruined
sorry.
That movie for me.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna have to cut back in here, and we have to
Yeah.
redact all that previous.
Yeah,
statement.
okay, yeah. We can't talk about
The rape.
we can't talk about what certain
We can't use
blonde-haired celebrity.
demonetization words.
Yeah,
Like-
dude.
Well, we're just trying to get to
Well, we're not even
1,000
monetized. Yeah, we
followers
just
first, and we're at
need to-
124.
we just
What
need
was
that-
the
we
trigger
need that-
word, Ellen?
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres, I think. We can't talk about what Ellen DeGeneres did to Dayton on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
It was
We-
really good. Good times.
But I don't know if you've seen. Well, first of all, Dayton, what do you know about Jeffrey Epstein? What do you know about
He had
his
an island.
Epstein and his files?
A lot of famous people on the files, but what I don't understand is they said they were going to release his the people that were all on
The
his
client
flight log.
list.
Yeah.
The Epstein client list is
They
what you're
never
referring
did,
to.
right? And they're not going to. And now
Dude.
Trump is like, he's like, when Epstein's brought up, he's like, get over it by now. We don't know. Like, I don't understand.
Dude, you might as well be all of America right now. That's exactly.
Confused?
Well, I think that a lot of people are starting to realize that maybe there's more people that have a stake in keeping this stuff private. Basically,
Well,
everything.
Trump is 100% on it, is he not? And that's why,
I mean, I think that it's a safe guess that to allege that Donald Trump is on the Epstein files.
didn't Elon say he was on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, Elon Musk said that he was on it, dude. We got
Also,
some.
I would have guessed that long ago. I thought it was wasn't a lot of people already said to
We're
be
gonna
on
talk
Ellen,
about all of this,
the
dude.
Trump.
Yeah.
It was like that's why they were like, "Oh, the Epstein list is coming out." I'm like, "Don't we already
Yeah.
kind of have a basic knowledge?" Tom Hanks somehow.
Yeah, I don't think that Tom Hanks did. Tom Hanks,
I think
wasn't.
he was like he went once and was just like, no, I'm good, and like I think has been
Look
on
it up.
record.
Look up Tom Hanks,
Epstein.
That's a
Epstein.
great guy
Yeah.
to
Look
go.
up to. I think
and then
if
be
you
like,
go
I don't
once,
need to go
I
back.
think if you go once, you're probably. They all know what it is.
I think those are heroes then.
So-
to not be addicted to that and like,
Oh my
I'll just get my one time.
Dude, it's because you were raised there.
Yeah, true.
The only reason you believe this
Well,
is
to
'cause
go
that's
and
where
then
you
be
grew
like,
up.
good Lord.
Dude, no.
And then I don't want to go back here. It's the people reoccurring, I guess. That's probably like. Also, do
I
they
think
know?
that just-
do they get
yes.
off the island?
Yes.
It's just teenage girls
What?
everywhere. Do they? Does everyone? I don't know anything
Yes,
about.
dude. I mean, yeah, man. Everybody knew like this guy's entire.
So why
role-
even go in the first place? The one time,
Right. Yeah. Exactly. That's kind of the
unless
way.
he tricked you.
What'd you find?
From
Brett?
what I can gather, real quick, it was just a conspiracy theory, and I think like it's.
I don't
there's
think
proven.
that Tom Hanks ever actually was.
No,
on there.
no, he's
Yeah.
not. It was just a conspiracy.
Yeah,
Oh,
theory.
good. I
people-
can watch
yeah,
Captain Phillips
It's just
again.
like made up. Yeah. So that's the thing, right? Is like it's difficult to distinguish truth from fiction with this story, kind of.
Yeah.
But for me, like the entire theory, like if you ask people like what's up with the Epstein thing, they're like, well, there's a group of elites who are doing these crimes. I think that a lot of people would argue that it's like a honeypot. I think that there's probably a lot of credence to that. Do you know what that is?
No.
A honeypot is like an intelligence operation where they set up a brothel of some kind. A lot of different societies, a lot of different governments or like rulers have set things like this up throughout all of history. If you think of Game of Thrones, right? The fucking guy has the brothel and he's like, they tell me all their secrets or whatever, but he's just like collecting, he's doing like intelligence collecting. And the idea is that Jeffrey Epstein was like what he was doing was a function of intelligence gathering and blackmail gathering for perhaps the United States intelligence community, maybe Israel's intelligence community. Ghislaine Maxwell's father has connections to the Israeli intelligence community.
So
and she was
this
like this
wasn't
lady
just
who
about-
procured kids for them.
this wasn't. So there was more to it than just wanting to have sex with children.
Maybe that it's certainly not unrealistic to think, and that's why it's important to kind of consider it, given what's happening right now, right? What you're describing, your confusion, is because all of these people were like, we're going to release the Epstein files. Like, we're
Yeah.
going to do it, And people believed them.
Yeah.
Like, a bunch of people believed them, and now it's turning out that they lied. And we're going to kind of go back on all of this. I have some clips to revisit for people who maybe haven't been as tuned into this kind of thing.
I'm not tuned in, so I'm
Yeah.
excited.
So I think the realistic sort of like setup here for me is that I think everybody's frustration comes from a place of like feeling like all of these super wealthy rich people have like gotten away with these massive crimes against humanity, and they're able to do it because they're like protected by the system or
Yeah.
whatever. And I would point out that maybe while I don't necessarily like align with a lot of people that are super hyper into this shit on a lot of stuff. That is sort of the underpinning of like my entire political ideology in a way. And so it's like it's one of these sort of issues that I do think there's like a lot of like people who are very aligned and are like very rationally being like something smells kind of funny here. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, but something smells kind of funny, and that's what we're going to kind of get into today. So I'd love to start with showing what's been going on most recently and why people are confused, right? So what we're referring to begin with of them being like, we're going to release the Epstein files is right after Trump took office. The attorney general, attorneys general is.
Don't look at me. I don't fucking
the
know
plural,
about that.
The plural is attorneys general, but attorney general is her role. Her name is Pam Bondi, and she said that she had the Epstein client list on her desk. Here's a clip of that. Because people, dude, even like Fox News has been going back and like posting the shit that she said beforehand. Like they are fucking like going after this lady because people are upset. It's like it's a big part of their like base.
DOJ may be releasing the list of Jeffrey Epstein's clients. Will that really happen?
It's sitting on my desk right now to review. That's been a directive by President Trump. I'm reviewing that. I'm reviewing JFK files, MLK files. That's all in the process of being reviewed because that was done at the directive of the president from all of these agencies.
So have you seen anything that you said, oh my gosh?
Not yet.
Okay. Well, we'll check back with you.
Yeah. So people heard that and they heard the Attorney General of the United States say, yeah, the Epstein client list is sitting on my desk.
Yeah.
Because that's what she said.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? That is what she said.
Word for word.
And, dude, that was all the way back in February. Between February and now, she's said even more inflammatory stuff. Here is her talking about the thousands and thousands of hours of child porn videos that they allegedly have.
Awesome.
This is her like a different interview. So this was in May of this year.
James Comer said yesterday that all the Epstein files are missing. Can you confirm the status of them? We still haven't heard from you.
No, the FBI, the FBI, they're reviewing. There are tens of thousands of videos of Epstein with children or child porn. And there are hundreds of victims. And no one victim will ever get released. It's just the volume, and that's what they're going through right now. The FBI is diligently going through that. I haven't seen that statement.
So, who?
We'll get to that guy in a little bit. I thought I'd trim that off. It was just a little peek of a guy named Kash Patel. But dude, so those are the kinds of things that people were saying in the like last few months. Is they're being like, oh, the only problem is there's just so much of it. There's just so much child porn that this guy has, and you have to understand the implications too. It's not as if there aren't facts that people know about this case, right? Like there have been court proceedings. Jeffrey Epstein was arrested twice. He was arrested in 2008, I believe, was when he was arrested, but they began an investigation in 2006 for him, and he ended up getting a crazy like sweetheart deal with the Miami prosecutor, or the district attorney of Florida based in Miami gave him this sweet deal on all these federal crimes because he was told that he was like intelligence's guy. Like that guy's an intelligence thing, like we can't do anything to him. We should stay out of this. Like, and that's something that was reported as early as like 2013, like 2014. So he's been like on people's radar for a long time. He was a registered like level 3 sex offender in New York state.
Crazy.
And so that's the whole deal, right? Is he got this sweetheart deal from this attorney general.
Yeah.
And was basically like allowed to walk free, more or less, from this charge. And there was something like 40 girls or something, like 40 underage girls at this time. So it's like really really bizarre. It doesn't make a lot of sense.
Really fast. I'm confused and stupid. What is like what is the argument, like what are he had an island, what are you trying to, like, I don't know.
What am I trying to say?
Yeah, because I'm like like actually confused, because I just like,
that it's funny that they're all backtracking now and being like
like not showing.
Yeah, they said that they were going to release all of these files. And there's stuff that we already know about.
Yeah.
Like, and so it's really inconsistent, and it's pissing a lot of people
So like,
off.
why? So that's, I guess, why they're not doing it is like.
I think the reason
because
they're
all
doing
on it or something, or there's important
I
people on
I
it.
guess my assumption would be the reason why it's not being released is because whatever is contained, potentially, you know, like further information, implications of other people, is within this sort of investigation. Either A, they don't have the most incriminating stuff anymore because it's owned by whoever was setting this guy up to do this, right? Like, or B, they do have it, and it's of so much more value to them being kept secret to potentially like exploit against somebody to do what they want them to do than it is to put it out in the open. I do think that there's an element. I think that a lot of people are making, like, under the assumption that it's because Donald Trump is like heavily implicated in there, which I certainly think is a possibility. But I don't think that it's the only sort of thing at play, I guess. But I definitely think it's possible that he was. I definitely think that it's possible that Bill Clinton probably is.
Yeah.
Which we will get into as well a little bit. But that's the whole thing, right? Is that it doesn't make sense. The problem that people are having right now is that all of these guys went on this big, like, we're going to release the tapes.
Yeah.
We're going to release the Epstein client list.
Yeah.
Like, we're going to get to the bottom of it. And then now they all can do it. Now they're all able to do it, and they can't. Or they can't for some reason or another. They're unwilling to.
Well, that's what I even thought about. I was like, if they even release the list, I like pictured seeing it and not even being able to understand what any of it means and being like, I
think ultimately at the end of the day, that is kind of the conclusion that I come to as well, which is that it actually doesn't really matter to me that the list gets released. Like, I feel like I don't need any more confirmation than I already have by observing the world around me that some of these people are pretty sick, evil fucks.
Yeah.
Like, even if they're not like pedophiles or whatever, like they're fucking like masterminding, you know, wars and propaganda campaigns and stuff like that. And it's like, I think being a pedophile is bad, but I also think all those other things are bad too. You know,
it's all bad.
Like, I exactly, like that's why I find it as sort of I do think it's kind of funny, like, to look at it at like what's happening to people, because you have a lot of people who supported this administration and these people specifically because they were saying they were going to do this, and now they're being like, what? Like, do you think that they're lying or something? Like, or some of them are being like, they're actually not lying. They're actually so much more on our side now than they ever have been.
Yeah.
And that kind of stuff. But
what was the thing where they gave the list to like influencers or whatever? And
I have that article over here, because exactly what you're saying. They essentially gave out all of these binders to these right-wing influencers that said the Epstein files phase 1 on them. And this was back in February as well. You can see
smiling
here,
with it.
You can't really read it because this is kind of like a low resolution screen, but it's if you could, it would say the Epstein files phase 1 on it. And you can kind of tell the binders seem sort of empty. Like, this guy's raising his up in the air, and it seems kind of empty. But they gave all of these people, they're like, one of them is a lady who runs Libs of TikTok, the Libs of TikTok account.
I gotta follow that account.
Yeah, it's honestly, it's pretty despicable account, actually. They like dox a lot of like teachers and stuff
Oh, cool.
for being gay, and it's just crazy. Like, but she was there, some other fucking guys. Like, most of these people are just people with really popular Twitter accounts too. That's the other thing
Okay.
that's kind of like really
That's
silly
their
about
only
this whole thing.
credential.
Is like, that's who's gonna get to the bottom of this, is the libs of TikTok
Yeah.
lady. Like, she's like the most like idiotic, lowest common denominator possible. Like,
Well, what
You-
was the reason for this? Why did they make them take
Dude,
pictures with a?
that's what I don't understand. That's the part that I can't really wrap my head around. It's like none of them thought about how somewhere down the road we're gonna have to like give people something.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah.
Like, somewhere down the road we're gonna have to follow through on this promise. Like, I don't know if they just believed that folks were gonna forget, or people were gonna just like not think it's that big of a deal, but they really played into like the fact that they were gonna release these Epstein files. Like,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
like really like that's what I think is the biggest mystery behind all of this. Because like we were saying, dude, it's pretty easy to like assume, yeah, there's some rich people implicated in this, but the real mystery to me is why they went through the process of like hyping it up this much.
Yeah.
It doesn't really make any sense. Like, they really hyped it up like they were going to release it and they were going to do all this shit. And it's almost as if they got there and realized, like, we can't. There's something preventing them from being able to do it.
Why? There has to be something else too. Yeah. Because why even talk about releasing it?
Right.
And then making it a big deal, because you could just not talk about releasing it, and then it doesn't become a big deal, and then it doesn't get released. But instead, they're like, "We're gonna release it." Well, actually, now we're not.
Yeah.
So now everyone's like, "What?"
Exactly. And
Then
now,
what
and
is
now like you kind of mentioned earlier, they're getting pissy about the fact that people are like being like, why aren't you releasing this? Like, what's going on
Yeah.
with the Epstein files? They're getting upset about it, dude. Like,
Yeah.
they
Could have
want
been
people
avoided.
to know. This is Donald Trump. This was a press conference that they had at a cabinet meeting that you kind of referenced earlier, where he
I'm
gets really
excited.
pissy.
President Donald Trump weighing in now on mounting criticism over the Justice Department's handling of the Jeffrey Epstein case. This comes one day after the DOJ said he did not maintain a so-called client list. Epstein died in a New York jail in 2019 while awaiting...
Dude, I love the way that they're doing the news now, where they're calling it Trump claps back. It's like, what the fuck? This is like such a fucking like hellscape that we live in. They're like, Trump claps back about his pedophile friend. Why?
trial on charges of sex trafficking minors. It's been speculated that he had a list of well-known and influential people to whom underage girls were trafficked. Earlier this year, Attorney General Pam Bondi said she had that document on her desk being prepared for release. Today, a reporter tried to ask her about yesterday's decision, but the president clapped back.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein? This guy's been talked about for years. You're asking, we have Texas, we have this, we have all of the things. And are people still talking about this guy, this creep?
He's being like, I can't believe you guys would bring up the thing that we wouldn't stop talking about. It's like, bro.
You're still talking about that guy?
Yeah, like, he's like, what is this? Like, this is fucking old school shit. But here's the other thing. This is the other thing that people have gotten really upset over in the last couple of days, is that Jeffrey Epstein, they released this. They were like, this is the raw Jeffrey Epstein prison video. This is the raw video straight from the security cameras. And their whole thing is that they found out that actually this isn't raw video. There was metadata in the video that they released that showed that it had been edited on Adobe Premiere
Oh my god.
and saved 4 times
from 2 separate clips.
from 2 separate clips. So that doesn't necessarily mean that they did anything nefarious, but it's like, you guys said that it was the raw video, and it's
Yeah,
not.
yeah.
You know, like, there's not like a ton of conclusions you can draw from it, but ultimately at the end of the day, it's just like another like sort of notch in the bedpost of lies that they've been that they've been dishing out. So it's just kind of funny too to think about them using Premiere. Brett, were you the one who edited the Epstein prison video?
No.
Was that you,
I'm
dude?
smarter than that. I would be like, no, we need to delete the metadata, wash it, say that it, was read straight from this CCTV
Brett's
model.
always deleting the metadata of our videos so nobody knows. Where
I
they came
can't dox
from.
myself. I can't dox.
Here's a clip of Pam Bondi at that same press conference answering the question for herself too.
In February, I did an interview on Fox, and it's been getting a lot of attention because I was asked a question about the client list, and my response was, it's sitting on my desk to be reviewed, meaning the file along with the JFK, MLK files as well. That's what I meant by that. Also, to the tens of thousands of video, they turned out to be child porn downloaded by that disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Child porn is what they were. Never going to be released, never going to see the light of day. To him being an
Doesn't that just sound kind of guilty?
Yeah, that
disgusting Jeffrey Epstein. Jeffrey Edward Epstein, like she uses his middle name or something, like she's his mom. I don't know.
Trump too being like gross guy.
That sick, pathetic, twisted perv
Yeah,
who was my best friend.
he's gross.
He was my best
See,
friend.
I don't like him.
Until he wasn't.
And then he wasn't.
Did you guys see that? I
It
called
was
him
sad. I wish him the best.
gross. I called him gross. We're good. We're in the clear.
Oh, yeah. Well, Trump couldn't have molested kids with that guy. I mean, he just called him gross.
Trump,
Allegedly.
please say he's gross. Please go on. Please. We just need you to say he's gross. Then everyone will be like,
really-
oh, yeah.
I really don't know if I should. That might piss him off. He's still alive.
Beautiful island.
Beautiful island.
Gross Epstein.
The best island. It was a beautiful island, the best island. I loved his island. I can't do a very good Trump.
Beautiful.
His island, it was the best island.
That's like Dr. Evil.
That's kind of
1 million girl. Lauren Michaels on that.
dude, yeah, Lorne Michaels. Yeah, but dude, people are pissed. People are really mad, and it's just been mounting, dude. There's such funny clips. So surprisingly, this Pam Bondi lady isn't even the dumbest of the bunch, dude, because the guy who is now the director of the FBI, his name is Kash Patel, has literally made his entire career off of the Epstein files, basically.
And that's why it can't get out. He can't
Yes.
lose his career.
Dude, he was a right-wing commentator, and he I don't know. He fucking, dude, he was on a tear ahead of time. He wrote a book called Gangster Government or Government Gangsters.
That's going to be a good read.
Yeah, it's a good read. It's about how the government keeps this shit quiet. And here he is. This is in 2023. So this is before he became the director of the FBI. This is what he said. I feel like this is really, really telling.
So, who has Jeffrey Epstein's
Black Book?
Black Book?
FBI.
But who? That is that. I mean,
Oh,
there's.
that's under direct control of the director of the FBI. Just like the manifesto from the Nashville school shooting
Yes.
of the Catholic school.
Yeah.
We still haven't seen that, right? It's not the Nashville police or PD saying we don't want this out. The FBI airmailed into that operation and said this is not getting out. Because they do that because this is another government gangster operation. All these local law enforcement communities get funding from the DOJ and FBI for
Right.
local programs. And if you don't cooperate, you're not getting your $1 million for this, and you're not getting and that's a lot of money to these local districts. That's how they play the game. That's why you don't have a black book or the
So, but
manifesto.
the Black Book, it's not just sitting. I mean, that's Hoover power times 10.
And to me, that's a thing I think President Trump should run on. On day one, roll out the black book. And not just that. On day
Eyebrow raise.
Dude, he has notoriously raised eyebrows. That's one of the most distinguishing features of this guy
Yeah.
is his eyebrows are always up. He's kind of like shocked by everything.
Ye-
But just for a little bit of insight, this guy is the director of the FBI now. This guy is literally the director of the FBI. So here he is on December 13th of 2023 saying the director of the FBI has direct control of this stuff. He's explaining how it all works, basically. He's like explaining exactly how it works. The FBI has it. Here he is on Joe Rogan really recently. This is within the last
So,
month.
at first it was Larry the Cable Guy. Now it's Joe Rogan.
Yeah. That was actually on The Blaze with what is that guy's fucking name, dude? His dad got assaulted at a golf course.
Oh, I thought Dayton was saying Kash Patel was on Larry the Cable Guy's podcast, and I was just like, why aren't we playing that?
He was making fun of this guy for looking like Larry the Cable Guy. I can't remember his name. He's like, oh, it's Glenn Beck. That's who it is. Yeah, Glenn Beck's dad got assaulted over some range balls at a golf course.
Got us.
Assaulted with or
over some range balls?
Like it was an argument and then he got assaulted?
It's not really clear. He's told the story on his show. It's kind of, we might have to cut this part out too, but this is, just more essay talk because I'm pretty sure that his dad was,
Jake, I'm sorry, but I'm going to have to cut you off. We're going to cut back in for a second time this episode.
Yeah, we have to cut that out. I get it. We can't talk about what happened to Glenn Beck's dad.
Yeah, poor guy.
Anyways, that was a clip of Kash Patel on Glenn Beck in 2023. Here he is on Joe Rogan in 2025. Let me turn this down a little bit. Oh, wait. Wrong one. This is really funny. This is his speech where he's getting like sworn in as the director of the FBI.
All right.
So Pam Bondi is there, obviously, because that's his boss.
Wow. First and foremost, we were just with President Trump, and I just want to thank him. I know he's not here in the room right now, but what a ride we have been on. What a courageous warrior and leader he has been. And the faith and trust he has put in me to lead the FBI is the greatest honor that I'll ever have in my life. And to General Bondi, that sounds pretty freaking cool. Pam, you're my sister, you're my mentor, you're my friend, you're my boss, and the confidence you have placed in me, I will never violate that trust. The men and women of the FBI will be led under your leadership through one standard, the Constitution. So thank you for entrusting me, Pam.
Yeah, dude. So he's just like super stoked to be there. They're about to team up and fucking disclose the Epstein files. But wait a minute. Here he is on Joe Rogan, dude. Here he is, Joe Rogan.
Let's just get to it because I know it's on people's minds. Epstein, right? The reason people are pissed off about that is the same thing, right? 20 years ago or whenever it was, 2006, 7, 8, Epstein gets his sweetheart plea deal, right?
Right.
After committing the most horrific crimes on planet Earth, right? I wasn't in power there. I wasn't in place there. I had, nothing to do with it. But people were rightfully pissed. I mean, this guy was committing the most grotesque acts you can against children. And the media spins up about it. Many in the media protected him. Why? Because of his relationships, who he knew, who his bankers were, who his colleagues were, who was on the island and stuff like that. Some pretty powerful human beings. And so when you peel back the layer and then what happened? The Trump administration, the last go around, decided, no, we're not going to let that go. We're going to investigate him, right? They charge him, they indict him, and he's awaiting trial. And I've said...
Just to be clear about this really quick, correct the record on what he's saying here, because I wouldn't want this guy to get off with lying. The people who charged him, that was in the District Court of New York. So it was state charges in the state of New York, which have nothing to do really with, there's some interconnectedness obviously between state and federal government, but there's not a directive from the president being from Donald Trump being New York, investigate Epstein or something. They kind of just were oh man, a bunch of women have come forward again about this guy and he's a sexual predator and did
Yeah.
this exact same thing before.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, thank God he was on this list, which originally they had tried to argue for getting him off the list. Like back in the day, there was like an argument from a district attorney that was like, maybe he should only be a level 1. And like he gets off the list eventually. And the judge was like, are you fucking stupid? Like they literally got admonished in open court for like even suggesting it. Cause he was like, dude, this guy trafficked 40 girls at least. Like some numbers are like even bigger than that. And so it's just sort of funny that he's like framing it as like they investigated him under Trump the first time.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, that's just when it happened to like pop off the second time, you know? So anyways, just wanted to correct what he's saying there. He's a total weasel.
Indict him. And he's awaiting trial. And I've said it, Dan Bongino said it, we've reviewed all the information, and the American public is going to get as much as we can release. He killed himself. Do you think, let's play out the logical conclusion of this. Do you think that myself, Bongino, and others would participate in hiding information about Epstein's grotesque activities? Or do you think we would also participate in not prosecuting people we had evidence to prosecute people on? But the problem is there's been like 15 years of people coming in and creating fictions about this that doesn't exist. Where's the videotape of an Epstein Island of X, Y, and Z committing these frauds? Why haven't you given it to us? Do you really think I wouldn't give that to you if it existed?
So this is really funny because he's being like, there's all these years of people making all this hoopla about this Epstein stuff. And it's like, dude, that's what you did. That was your career before this. That's what your whole entire career was. And it's really funny because, you know, he's being like, do you guys really think that I wouldn't give you this? And it's like, well, yeah, obviously. That's why people are pissed.
Yeah.
They think that you're holding out on us.
Yeah.
And you're not giving us the truth. But I just think it's sort of so weaselly. This guy is like, he's being like, the director of the FBI has it. I mean, it's like, do you think he forgot that he said that? Or I don't know. Like you think you just go on so many TV shows or whatever like this that you eventually just forget all the stuff that you said? Or?
You can't. But
it's just Trump's MO. Like, I mean, come on.
Has he been called out for that?
Oh yeah, dude. People are.
Well, then what does he say in that
There's
response?
all these rumors are going around that he's going to leave the FBI. They've been playing it really close to the chest lately because the other thing that happened on this episode of Joe Rogan was literally in the middle of this episode is when Elon Musk tweeted that Donald Trump was on the Epstein files. So this guy is on Joe Rogan. I have that clip as well because I knew you'd want to see this. So this one's a little bit shorter. It's about a minute long, and this is the same episode of the Joe Rogan Experience. And the guy who's like the producer interrupts and is like, "Hey, by the way, I figured we should just bring this up because you're here on the podcast right now, but Elon Musk just tweeted this."
Wild.
Since we were talking about fake news, this is going to come up because it's been going on since we've been recording here. Elon and Trump seem to be in a bit of a spat, Joe. You want to check the tweet that Elon just put out a little bit ago?
Time to drop the really big bomb. Donald Trump is in the Epstein files. That's the real reason they have not been made public. Have a nice day. Jesus Christ.
I'm not participating in any of that conversation.
What is he? Have a nice day, DJD. Someone should take his phone away.
They're going back and forth about different things. And
listen.
Well, he said he was disappointed in Elon.
Yeah, they told him to leave.
Jesus Christ, that's a crazy thing to say. How does he know? Does he know that Donald Trump is in the Epstein files? Or does he have access to the Epstein files?
I don't know how he would, but I'm just staying out of the Trump Elon thing.
Shut
That's way
up.
outside my lane.
What the fuck are they doing?
I know my lane, and that ain't it.
I just don't.
What?
Dude, right?
Isn't
it crazy?
That's his lane.
Yeah, it's the lane that he took to becoming the director of the FBI.
I'm staying out of it.
Yeah, and he's like, you know what? Maybe this isn't for me after all. Maybe this old director of the FBI thing is not my steez at all.
That happened right then and there, and he had that's crazy.
Dude, isn't that
Joe
like
Rogan
insane
rule?
Fate?
Isn't that a great podcast? And when things like that happen,
dude, I do think it's crazy to be having the director of the FBI on your podcast. It's like, dude,
Donald Trump. I
what
mean,
are
just
you doing? Like,
This is everyone says that, but
You know what?
comedians helping politics is like
It's weird.
I hate it.
I agree. Yeah, dude. The other thing that I would say too that I find particularly odd about the whole scenario is like, so Donald Trump, when he's running for president, like, or something like that, or even when he is president, I could understand people doing that to a certain extent. I don't think that I would ever have any president on a podcast. I don't think they would be allowed to come on here.
Yeah.
But I ultimately, like, if given the choice, I would be like, nah, like, no, not for me, probably.
We said no to Magic Minds.
Yeah,
so.
we said no to Magic
That
Mind,
blows
and it
my
just
mind.
gets
It's
easier.
working. I'm understanding this whole thing now.
But dude, I think that the thing that is sort of striking to me about that is, you know, it's one thing to have like a politician who's running for president. It's sort of another thing to have the director of the Homeland Intelligence Agency
Just
like
talking.
onto your podcast.
Yeah.
Like it's sort of bizarre. Like, that this guy should be going on podcasts, I think is questionable to begin with. Like, I can understand if he has to go on the news and talk about the news,
Just
but
a podcast to talk.
for 3 hours about the Epstein files or like whatever else they talked about, like,
What? Yeah, that is. I never even thought. It's like, it is.
his job is to direct, like, the FBI is who conducts like domestic intelligence.
Do you
It's
think
like
it's
the
like
CIA
a fame thing, kinda? He wants to be.
Yeah, well,
Because
yeah,
it feels
that's what he
'cause,
did before.
Yeah.
He was like a pundit before. He's not like an FBI agent.
All politics are like this now, where
Yeah.
everyone just seems like a celebrity instead of like
Yep.
a.
Instead of like,
I know I'm
wanting
not
to do
saying any
anything.
groundbreaking news
No, I
stuff,
know,
but
yeah.
it's I don't know.
Well,
I don't know anything about politics or anything either. I'm like the dumbest person. Because
It's
anytime
just-
I start learning, I get so like sad.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, I'd just rather not know.
It's really
be in a clueless world.
It's really frustrating for a lot of people when they turn on their TVs and they see the guy who has been like, oh, we're going to release the Epstein files. Be like, look, what do you guys want from me?
It's crazy,
You know?
yeah.
And I think that this is one of those instances where, like, I don't think that a lot of people are going to let this go. I think that a lot of times Donald Trump has thrived off the fact that, like, people are either like just completely willing to like overlook
All the
of
time with him.
all of the lies or like sort of hypocrisies that exist within this like one person. Like, they're really willing to look past that a lot of the times. But when it comes to this specific thing, it's so like foundational to enough of these people and like their political beliefs that they will actually, there's going to be a decent amount of people who are very turned off by this probably.
Well, that's good.
Yeah, I think it's a little too, like, to me, it's like too little too late to really like matter that much.
Yeah, yeah.
But I do think it's, I guess, kind of funny to revel in
Yeah.
that we get to see the videos of like Elon Musk saying that Donald Trump is a pedophile.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
a lot.
I'm not gonna participate
Well,
in
he's
that.
live on Joe Rogan. Yeah, that's not my lane. I'm
pleading the fifth on this entire
what am
conversation.
What am I? The head of the biggest domestic law enforcement agency?
Isn't
Like,
this a
what is-
comedy
yeah.
podcast? Aren't we supposed to be talking about funny and
What is it? My job to persecute criminals? Is it my job to find bad guys and
To look through the file on my desk?
He's like, look, I'm just the director of the FBI.
Yeah, I thought this
don't
was
know
supposed
what
to be
I
a
can
funny
possibly
thing.
do. Yeah, dude, what about DMT?
Yeah,
Come on.
yeah.
He's like, come on. What about DMT?
Let's talk
Don't you have some-
conspiracies.
Don't you have
Epstein
some fucking pills?
didn't kill himself, by the way.
Don't you have some pills to hawk? Don't you have some magic mind like it's just some type of drink?
He does, right? Rogan's got a drink, right?
Oh yeah, dude, 100%. Yes. Yeah.
Drink Magic Mind?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it's probably called like fucking like
Lion's Mane.
Dude, no, lion's mane is the name of a mushroom. I bet it's called dude, I feel like all that shit has like numbers and letters mixed in. It's like P90X
Yeah,
or something
yeah.
something
Oh,
like
I thought you were
that,
talking
or,
about
like-
leet speak.
Yeah. No, I just mean like the names of those products are always like fucking
Yeah.
They're like, it's 1090T nootropic formula.
Yeah.
EX200.
Yeah.
5-HTP.
I guess Alpha Brain doesn't, dude.
1080p.
It's pretty much, it's
Yeah.
pretty much like Alpha Brain, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wonder if Epstein was on some magic mind.
Yeah, he probably was. He was
No,
gross, dude. He is such a gross guy.
You just drink a whole cup of that. One tiny little cup is enough.
He's like, I've never been more calm and more energized.
Yuck.
Bring me the girls. That's Jeffrey Epstein.
I walk by his house a lot in New York.
Do you really?
Yeah.
Wow.
'Cause, Bry used to live like literally right next to it.
Have you
the
ever
same
gone in?
street. No,
Have you ever
but
knocked
I got
on
a
the door?
photo.
Oh, really? You have a photo?
Yeah.
We'll post it up right now.
Yeah, we'll
Alright.
post it up on the
Got it
podcast.
on Halloween.
Yeah.
So it was extra spooky.
Oh my
Last
gook! You went to Epstein's haunted house on Halloween, dude?
Ellen was popping out the window.
There I am.
Dude, let me get a look at this thing, dude. At the Epstein house. Oh my God, you're knocking on the door. You also look so, dude. You look like a kid.
victim.
Yeah, you look like you're a victim of Epstein. That's so fucking funny, dude. Look at this, Brett.
God
Yeah,
damn.
dude.
Yeah, they got
That's a nice looking house.
Yeah, no, it's a really expensive. He was a financier. He had a
Yeah.
lot of money. You don't get the title financier without
Right next to the park.
financing some shit.
Right next to the park.
Yep. Central Park?
Yep.
Wow.
That's like the only one.
Yeah, I know.
71st and 5th. That's where he
Wow.
lives.
Yep, dude. No, that's exactly where they like immediately after they arrested him went and busted into
Yeah.
to find a bunch of his stuff. And dude, he just was like a very
Creep.
big creep. He's gross. I said he was gross. You
On the
can't get
record.
mad at me. I said he was gross. He's nasty.
He's
That
gross.
Epstein, I don't like him. I said, I don't like this.
I went to
said
the island. It wasn't good.
I said, you shouldn't be giving that blonde boy to Ellen.
He's not happy.
He's not happy. That blonde boy, all he does is poke jellyfish with sticks. That's not normal. That's not
Please,
healthy.
no Ellen, no Ellen. Every time a plane's landing, I'm like, oh, no, not her.
Dayton doesn't want the Epstein files to come out because it'll reveal that Trump saved him from Ellen DeGeneres.
Trump's actually, hey, he's a good guy.
The only
Dude.
depiction of Trump as a hero.
Yeah. They actually are like, they're keeping it quiet because Trump has so much respect for Dayton as a victim. He's like, no, my guy, Dayton, he's my best friend.
He would want to blast that out if that was the case. He'd be like, look, I saved this little blonde
No,
boy
I
from
know, yeah, exactly.
someone who looks just like him, but older and
Maybe they're
scarier.
keeping it quiet because Bill Clinton saved you. And they're like, we don't want everybody
It
to
wasn't
know
Bill.
that.
It wasn't Bill. Bill was a bad influence.
It was Cosby.
Wow, dude.
Cosby.
You know, Brett, you are sick. That is sick.
I'm
Brett.
sick for suggesting Bill Cosby might have been on Epstein Island.
Yeah.
You're right. He was doing his own thing.
Brett, that is fucked up. No, but dude, people are like doing like a lot of cope. Like that's kind of my favorite thing about it is everybody being like, well, like actually, like the theories that people are coming up with to explain why they're not releasing it. One of the things I've seen is people talking about, well, if Trump was implicated in this, then Democrats would have released it a long time ago. If Trump was implicated in the Epstein files, they would have leaked that. They hate Trump. They would use anything against him.
Yeah.
And it's like, no, dude, I think that there's enough people like just generally implicated in this that they're like,
Yeah.
it's going to be nobody.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah,
going to
yeah.
tell anybody. We all call truce on the Epstein stuff.
Yeah.
They get in their big shady room with all their cigars and they're like, look, we got to keep this Epstein thing quiet.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
That's like what it is.
Do you think that's why Ellen moved? Because she thought they were going to release it? She was like, I better just move away. And now she's gone and she's like, they didn't release it, and she's like, "No, I didn't have to move to London." Or
I think it
wherever
was
she
all
moved
the
to.
other things going on with
Yeah,
Ellen.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that it's the
Mean.
stuff that we already know about Ellen that made her want to move, probably.
Yeah, real mean.
Yeah.
She's mean.
She's a mean
Ellen's
dancer.
mean.
Yeah, you're
Yeah,
right.
she's a mean
Again,
dancer.
she like.
Dude, yeah, the Ellen DeGeneres School of Dance. It's like she's got a bunch of fucking. She's just screaming at these young ladies, like, "You're not fucking doing it right. You're not doing it right."
In some weird universe, that was made instead of Whiplash.
Yeah, dude. She's like, "The Rock is gonna be here any minute. You're not dancing anything like The Rock."
Kevin Hart expects his knees to be as high as him, as high as him.
Oh man. Oh Ellen.
Oh Ellen.
What a gal.
What a gal. What a gal. Brett, write down the timestamp. The Ellen DeGeneres School. The Ellen DeGeneres School of Dance. Yeah, that's pretty funny. The Ellen DeGeneres School of Dance.
3% juice in this Topo Chico.
Whoa.
Was that carbonated? I meant to ask. Is that one of the flat ones?
Yeah, it's carbonated. It's carbs.
The fresh juice
Got
with the
carbs.
Total
carbonation.
carved up, dude.
Weird.
Dude, I don't know if you
Yeah.
noticed, my nose has been stuffed this whole
Yeah,
time.
I have
Dude,
completely noticed.
know, I've
You've
been
been
trying to-
sniffing into the
And I
microphone
appreciate
every-
you.
trying to not, but
I appreciate it so much.
thank you.
I think it's disrespectful.
Well, now I have to
I
mark
think it's
that one.
disrespectful to not sniff directly in there, dude.
I think what's happening is I was around a cat. I'm living with a cat, so then I bought nasal spray.
And I got two
Yeah.
cats.
I don't mind. I mean, I'm better about it, but I'm literally like, one's like sleeping on my couch with me. That I'm
Yeah.
staying. And I bought nasal spray, and then I've been using it for about 2 weeks now. And then just today, I like looked up. I'm like, why is it that I wake up every morning with my nose fully clogged, like unable to breathe at all, except through
Yeah.
my mouth? And I looked it up, and I was like, yeah, nasal spray. You become reliant on it because once it like clears you out, but then it makes it way worse after. It's
Yeah.
just been like 2 weeks of just straight addiction.
Yeah.
I was like,
you gotta
okay,
get off
today
that stuff, dude.
I have to get off, but it's impossible. I can't breathe.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm like,
Just tough it out,
mouth
dude.
breathing a lot.
Breathe
and,
through your mouth.
I drool a lot.
It's okay, dude. It's honestly, it's a miracle you're as well adjusted as you are after what you went through growing up.
Yeah, true. On the island, poking jellyfish.
Honestly,
and
it's a
Ellen.
miracle that the only thing you're addicted to is nasal spray. Dude, I read this post on, because I was like, I wanted to see what people were saying, so I went on the conservative subreddit, because I was like, this is a good place to test out what boomers, like, you know, boomers, there's some boomers and like Gen Xers on Reddit, and I imagine a lot of them are concentrated in a place like our conservative.
Yeah.
So,
It's the last place for them to go to.
Dude, this was a post on there, and it just says, before blaming Trump for not exposing the Epstein files, consider this. There's a lot of talk on this sub about how Trump is either implicated in the Epstein files or is going to be assassinated if he tries to expose it. And I get where that comes from. There's plenty of distrust in our institutions, and Epstein's case is shady from every angle. But I think it's worth at least entertaining another possibility. Maybe Epstein really wasn't part of some vast elite child trafficking conspiracy.
Oh my God.
Maybe it was mostly just him and Maxwell doing horrifying stuff, and the rest of it, particularly the idea that there's a massive network of politicians and celebrities involved, has been blown out of proportion. I'm not saying to let anyone off the hook. I think a lot of Trump's orbit were pushing this stuff because it was politically expedient and now deserve the blowback they are getting. But before writing off Trump or his administration as compromised because they haven't released all the lists, is worth asking, what if there just isn't as much as people think?
Yeah, what if?
Yeah, all
what
those
if,
pictures
dude?
are fake. You know.
Yeah, no, exactly. The guy, like, the thing is that Jeffrey Epstein had cameras, like pinhole cameras set up in all of these rooms, in the bathrooms. There were CD-ROMs that they had as evidence that somehow got lost, that literally were titled Young, and then they would have somebody's name plus name, like that kind of stuff. They have emails between him and somebody being like, hey, tell Snow White I said hello. And he was like, yeah, what would you prefer next time? And this person said like Beauty and the Beast. And it's like impossible to like determine what they're talking about, of course, but like we can all kind of like assume that this guy who had a bunch of charges for trafficking people was talking about people that he was trafficking.
Tell Snow White I miss her 16-year-old beautiful
literacy skills.
Well, imagine also, I was thinking earlier you said that about the cameras in the room. Imagine being like, all right, I'm on this island far away. I'm a rich person who's friends with Epstein. You go into a room to do some bad things.
Yeah.
And then you look up and see I'd be like, what?
Well, they were like pinhole cameras. Like they were like really small cameras.
Oh,
they were like set up. That's like, the whole idea.
That's
right?
why I didn't see
That's
one
like the
in there with
honeypot,
Ellen.
right? Is like they get you in there. They make you feel like you can do some depraved shit, and then now they have the depraved shit on camera, and they say, "Hey, Dayton, you know what you should do is you should say that you unequivocally support Israel."
Yeah, okay.
Until, even when we do a genocide in Gaza or something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's the kinds of things that I suspect.
Those the conversations they were having with the teenagers too? Is just like, I support Israel?
No.
You
they
tell
weren't-
us. I don't know what were the other conversations
That's a
going
good
on?
point. Wouldn't you be the one to know, dude?
Oh, yeah. They were.
Yeah, Ellen DeGeneres was just being
You
like,
just clipped
I love
that saying, I
Israel."
support. Just that.
Yeah. Ellen DeGeneres was telling you she supports Israel.
Yeah. While she was scissoring me.
Yeah. She was That's so funny.
I'm sorry, gentlemen, but we actually might have to cut back in for a third time.
Yeah.
Scissoring? That's not a.
Gentlemen, a fourth time.
That's a
Dude,
good
yeah,
term.
look up. Brett, Google if scissoring gets you deplatformed. Google does talking about scissoring get demonetized? We're not even monetized anyways, dude. What's it matter? We'll take it. We'll handle the repercussions when we actually get monetized.
Yeah.
And then they come for our scissoring content. They're like, look, you guys got to go through the backlogs. You have to cut out all the stuff you said about dedicated Jodie Foster fans. You have to cut out all the things that you said about scissoring and Ellen DeGeneres on Epstein's Island.
Scissoring sweetness with Ellen.
Does it?
I don't want to tell you what results yielded. I can't figure it out.
Okay, fine.
We got distracted
I'm gonna
there.
say no.
No, it's just like when lesbians were talking about scissoring on podcasts for like the multiple web page, and I'm just like, that's not even close to what I worded.
Well, what if, Google Ellen DeGeneres Epstein Island scissoring.
Dayton, your
pull it
photos
up.
right here.
Google Ellen DeGeneres Epstein Island scissoring YouTube demonetization.
Question mark.
r/Ellen scissoring Dayton.
r/Ellen scissoring.
r/podcast troubleshooting.
Yeah. But anyways, dude, that's I think that's pretty much it, right? I mean, we're just all waiting for them to release the Epstein files. They're not going to do it. I don't think they will.
I haven't learned one thing on this podcast.
Can we go to Vegas and place a bet on if they if they will not?
I thought that FBI guy was great.
I think that FBI guy is not going to be the FBI guy for much longer.
Then what's going to happen? Is he going to release it?
Is he going to
go
to?
Then everybody's going to shame him for years. They'll like intimidate him into keeping him quiet. Would be what I imagine. And he's just like gone too far. Like he's already said, no, it's not real. Like that kind of thing. So what is he going to waffle back the other way again? Like everybody's just. He's lost any sort of semblance of dignity or.
And he's not pivoting into comedy.
Yeah, he should. That's actually probably his only hope is to pivot into comedy and go on
Comedy
like
Club of KC.
Andrew Schulz's podcast.
Yeah.
Be like, come on, man. You think the Epstein files? Come on.
Wearing like,
I mean, dude, come on.
Skin tight jeans. With
Leather pants or something. I don't
fade.
know. They're like, why does he have a backpack on while he's sitting down? But yeah, dude, we're never gonna know what happened. But I think ultimately, if you're smart like me, you don't need to know what happened.
Nah.
Because you already realized that there's enough information to know already that it was really bad. And that probably some of your faves, as Nancy Pelosi's daughter said. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. A tweet back in like 2017 or 2018 by Nancy Pelosi's daughter. She said something along the lines of, Brett, will you look it up actually? Look up Nancy Pelosi's daughter Epstein tweet. It's like something along the lines of she's like, some of our faves are going to be implicated. It's like, oh, it's so funny, yeah.
Not Bill Clinton.
Yeah, no, definitely him. That's exactly who I think she meant, actually.
Yeah.
Because he's still, like, campaigning for them.
Who's Christine Pelosi?
Yes, that's her.
I can't find the tweet right now, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Jake, I wish
it's okay. We'll trim that part out. But Nancy Pelosi's daughter said something to the effect of, like, guys, this Epstein stuff is really crazy and serious. And we need to get to the bottom of it, even if some of our faves are implicated. Is exactly what she said. And it's like, yeah, no, she's right. Like, and if I remember correctly, the tweet is still up, which good on Nancy Pelosi's daughter, I guess. But I think that the reality is like, yeah, this information probably won't come out until long after everyone who's implicated is dead.
So we'll probably be dead, too.
Maybe not. Maybe not, because I imagine a lot of the people implicated are quite a bit older than us.
Yeah, that's true.
Because they've been tooling around with kids since like the early 2000s, dude.
Yeah.
You know? Ever since Nickelodeon.
Well, what do the kids say? Why don't we go to the kids?
They have, yeah, you tell us. No.
So it was Bill Clinton.
Bill Cosby.
Definitely Ellen.
Definitely Ellen.
Saw a lot of Ellen.
Ellen always flew to Epstein's Island on a plane that had her face on the side. So strange.
No, she's coming. A big flag that says Ellen.
Yeah, Ellen. And then it's like a big flag that says, Dayton, I'm coming for you. Dayton, you're mine.
She had one of those beach planes with the banner behind
Yeah.
her. Like, fuck.
Yeah, she flies in on a plane that writes a heart with Ellen plus Dayton and an arrow through it in the sky over Epstein Island. And Dayton's like, please don't. Please, Mr. Epstein, don't make me scissor with Ellen. Brett, write that timestamp down. Come on.
We made it, fam.
We can do a clip about Dayton having to scissor with Ellen. That's a
Scissoring with
clip.
Ellen.
Come on.
Been there. I'm not collabing on that.
Dude, yeah, Ellen sues Jakin.Off. That's the exact kind of thing I'm looking for.
That'd be
I
great.
get that cease and desist frame, dog.
Yeah, dude. Somebody is like, stop saying that Ellen DeGeneres scissored your friend Dayton on Epstein Island. She didn't fly there on a plane and write a heart with Dayton plus Ellen and an arrow through it in the sky. She's so excited for her trip. The first weekend of Pride Month. Ellen DeGeneres.
She did not wear a Dory mask the whole time she was scissoring.
How would one wear a Dory mask? Would it be like a mask of Dory's side
Would it
profile?
be like a bodysuit
or would it
type
be
of
like a mask of like a thin fish face that like goes straight out, you know?
Oh, yeah,
like one of those
that-
old-timey doctor noses, but it's a Dory face.
That's horrifying.
Yeah, or would it just be the side profile of Dory over
I can
Ellen
speak
DeGeneres'
whale.
face?
Kind of like Disney or Nemo on Ice, where
Yeah.
they're fish, but they got legs.
That's what I was saying. It's
Dude.
like the full torso
Dude.
thing. And
Yeah,
we're
yeah.
just scissoring the torso. Or,
Oh yeah, that's what Ellen
Yeah,
was wearing.
it was Ellen DeGeneres that was emailing about the Disney princesses, and then finally they get down the line. They're like, "What do you want?" They're like, "Well, I guess I kind of want that little fish from. I want a Nemo," and then that's how they ended up finding you.
Turns out
They're
they're just
like, "We
doing
need a
elaborate
Nemo."
musicals and performances.
They're like, okay, Ellen's already been through Snow White and Beauty of the Beast. Who are we gonna get to be Nemo? She wants Nemo.
Dayton, we got a new part for you.
They're like, Dayton's parents. How would you like $500,000?
My mom was like, Ellen?
Ellen, I went to your dance. I went to your studio of dance when I was a kid. Yeah, your mom went to the Ellen DeGeneres School of Dance.
That feels Reba. Feels Reba offering my parents money to have sex with me.
Yeah. Oh, dude.
Heartbeat.
That would suck if Reba went to Epstein Island. Brett, look up Reba McEntire Epstein Island really quick before we wrap
I'm
up.
I'm not gonna tape my search history
Dude,
with that.
come on. Look up Reba Epstein Island.
McEntire Epstein
Eye of the Tiger.
Island.
Yeah. Like, she actually performed several benefit concerts on Epstein Island.
Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Oh,
What,
no.
dude? No way.
On the Reba McEntire subreddit, Reba is on the Epstein flight list.
Whoa. What, dude? Are you serious?
Reba,
Yeah.
no.
The only thing this says that they showed her a plane and to her and her husband and another person, presumably to get them to go or such. They didn't go. They just went to see the plane, I guess. The log isn't saying
They
she
were
had traveled or
tempted.
visited the island.
Well, I've heard some fucked up shit happen on the plane, too. So,
Oh, nice.
dude, wow.
That's sad.
They saw the dungeon on the plane. They're like, we're out.
They were like, whoa, Bill Clinton did what in here?
That's not my second job that I worked too hard at.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what she meant by favorites then. That really hurts.
Yeah. Damn,
Reba.
dude. Damn.
I grew up on Reba.
Yeah. And she sold you out to Ellen DeGeneres.
I would have much rather had Reba.
Yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah.
Well,
Dayton, where can that's the end of the podcast. Where can people find you at?
Instagram at Dayton Bissett.
Link in the description.
Link in the description.
Link in the description. Please follow me. I haven't been posting. I've been losing hundreds.
Dayton, what?
They're going away. I
Maybe
haven't
it's
been
from all
posting.
the
I can't-
allegations.
Yeah.
My allegations?
Yeah, maybe it's
I didn't do Ellen did. I didn't.
Whoa.
Me? No. I'm not on that flight log.
Dayton, somebody said that your name was written in the sky above Epstein Island.
I was 5.
Yeah, that's so funny. Little Nemo. Codename Nemo. Follow Dayton on Instagram.
Scissoring with Dayton.
TikTok,
and
whatever. It'll be link in the description. Just follow him. You know what to do. Give him the Jakin.Off bump.
Yeah,
Jakin.Off bump, dude. And
Jakin.Off
as
bump.
always, you can follow this podcast. If you're watching this on YouTube, like and subscribe. What are you doing? You had fun, right? Come on, we chopped
Hit
it up.
that bell.
Yeah, hit that bell. Hit that
bell.
Hit that bell.
Get some Magic Mind.
Yeah, don't get any Magic Mind.
Yeah, no.
We're staunchly against Magic Mind. We actually have we still have plans to disgrace Magic Mind.
Okay,
Coming soon. Stay tuned. But follow us. Like and subscribe if you're watching this on YouTube, J.O.Podcast. Follow us, J.O.Pod on Instagram. And send anything at all to Jakin.Off.Podcast at gmail.com, where we will look at it at least once. That's our guarantee. That's our Jakin.Off guarantee.
Jakin.Off.
But Brett, you got anything?
Stay away from those celebrity chain places. The Wahlburgers,
the Wahlburger
the Ellen
restaurant.
DeGeneres School of Dance.
Wait. No. Margaritaville rules.
Well, that's
Yeah,
Jimmy Buffett's a
I
fine man.
gotta-
I disagree with Mark Wahlberg and
Toby
his
Keith
view.
Bar and Grill.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
this bar and grill.
I love
Yeah.
this bar and grill.
Stay away from Guy Fieri stuff.
Yeah.
Fieri.
If
Excuse
they
me,
have
Guy
a name
Fieri.
associated with it, that's probably a bad idea.
So you don't like Nashville then?
Yeah.
I don't know. I've never been.
That's a lot of every bar is like.
Yeah.
They're
like, this is Kid Rock's
yeah.
Podunk Fucktown.
Yeah. Jason Aldean's bar.
Yeah.
Is that literally what it's called?
It's something
This
like
is
that,
Jason Aldean's Hog Pen.
Yeah.
Get
Garth
in here,
Brooks.
you fucking hogs.
Garth Brooks cockfights.
Garth Brooks cockfights. Yeah, Google it. Garth Brooks cockfights.
Dad's been going to a lot of cockfights, he said.
Who did?
My dad. I'm not kidding. He's been going often.
We're going to talk about this off the pod. That's the end of the episode. Follow us. Links in the description. All that stuff. Thank you for listening. Bye-bye.
Bye.